All right, a very animated, very excited, very satisfied crowd here at the Jurado Hall, watching a lot of high-quality boxing. They have not been disappointed. And this is a historic place in more ways than one. This is actually the third Jurado Hall in Philippine military history because he was such a big hero, especially in World War II, one of the pioneers of coastal defense. And he taught that at the Philippine Military Academy. Of course, here are some of the heroes of the Philippine Navy. Very strong bond among the Navy and Marines here in the Philippines, and it's fitting that they should have a fight like this. They have a tough life.
And you can say we've never felt more secured.
We're definitely safe.
Yes.
It's like feeling sick in a room full of doctors.
In this Jurado Hall.
And you know, Ed, the world title fight that we're bringing to the table also has a very interesting history as well. You know, it's exchanged hands so much just in the last few months. First of all, the title was actually held by Mark Anthony Barriga. Then he lost the title to Carlos Licona. Then DJ Criel won it. And just when Samuel Salva was going to fight him, he moved up in weight. So we're hoping that the IBF title has a permanent home. But either way, a Filipino is going to walk away with it.
That's the best thing about it. An all-Pinoy world title fight will result in a Filipino champion.
So you can see how much the belt has changed hands to set up the sequence of events. And of course, as is standard practice in all of these major fights, we have the press tour, we have a press conference, we have a weigh-in, very colorful events, and you can see the showmanship, the presentation being brought to the fore for this event.
Bringing another world title, IBF world title fight here, IBF world title eliminator, two can't miss fights, just all action type of fights. And I think off of this fight, it's just going to keep building and building and building.
Salva siya yung number 1, Taduran number 2. Yung experience ng both boxer napakaganda. So exciting yung laban na magaganap ngayon.
Magkita mo dito, sir, yung isang fighter at saka isang technical boxer. Si Salva yung technical dito, tapos si Taduran yung talagang warrior. Talagang kikita ko sa mga laban niya, talagang sugod ng sugod to.
50-50, abot sila ng 12 rounds. Pero napakagandang laban talaga. Super ganda laban to.
Si Salva parang may mas lamang siya sa skill niya. Nakita po naman natin lahat. Kahit na nandun yung ano ko kay Salva, pero yung Taduran di rin, para sa akin, di rin pwedeng mag-kumpiyansa, mag-underestimate kasi si Taduran talagang nandyan at susugod at susugod yan.
Two Filipinos going for an IBF world title. There's a lot on the line. The winner goes off to big things, possibly fighting on the Senators' next card in the U.S. And I just think for the fans, the boxing, for everything we're trying to build, it's going to be a really, really good evening.
It definitely has been a good evening of boxing so far, Ed. And you can see how they are really building up Philippine boxing as a whole. And as we mentioned at the top of the coverage, only the second time that two Filipinos are fighting for a world title in the Philippines.
Hard to believe, but that is the gospel truth. The first world title fight involving two Filipinos happened way back in May 1925 at Wallace Field, which is now the Luneta Park, when Pancho Villa defended his world flyweight title against Clever Sencio. Hard to believe that it took almost an eternity for another world title fight involving two Filipinos to be staged here.
In the interim, there have been two other world title fights involving two Filipinos, but they were both held in the United States.
Yes. This is a great way of, promoting Philippine boxing.
And it's very interesting also because of the long, rich history of Filipino boxing. And on your screens, of course, talking about defense.
That's the best defensive line
They're
you can
defending the
have.
Spratleys. That's not easy. You know, they're all having a grand time here. A lot of action. We'll go over the other fights at the end of this coverage. But, you know, let's talk a little bit about the two fighters in our main event. You know, Samuel Salva actually had to fight Rene Mark Cuatro to get a title shot. Then DJ Creel vacated the title because he could no longer make the weight.
That's
So
the
now-
problem.
And so the IBF mandated the top two contenders to fight for the world title, and that just happens to be Samuel Salva and Taduran.
Salva ranked number 1 by the IBF, while Taduran is actually ranked number 3. The number 2 ranking, there's nobody ranked by the IBF in the number 2 spot. That's why it's number 1 and number 3.
Because they actually change the rankings every month.
Yes.
So within that time period, a lot can happen. And let's talk about Pedro Taduran's first crack at a world title, Ed.
Oh, that was a good fight. He went the distance against Wanheng Menayotin of Thailand. August 2018, he lost by decision, but showed that, you know, he has the stuff of a future world champion. He's very young, can still come back, and this is where it all starts as far as Pedro Taduran is concerned. If he can beat his countryman, then his bid to become a world champion will be a reality. But Salva, he has other things in mind.
Salva, the more technical fighter of the two.
Yes.
Taduran has only one gear, and that's forward.
And you look at the tail of the tape, both men 22 years old. Taduran enjoys the height advantage, 5'4". He is a southpaw compared to the orthodox style of Samuel Salva. And let's turn you over to our ring announcer, Mark Lontire.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Minimum Weight World Championship. Let us now call on the fighters here inside the ring. First, the fighter from Hardstone Mountains Boxing Gym of Valenzuela, IBF Minimum Weight World Rank number 3 contender. Please welcome Pedro General Taduran. And now, let us call on his opponent in the red corner, representing Rafi Jimenez Boxing Stable of Iligan City, IBF Minimum Weight World Rank number 1 contender, the Silent Assassin, Samuel Salva. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now requesting everyone to please rise for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem to be led by Miss Teen Tourism Philippines and Miss Teen Tourism International. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kira Mana.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pag may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwal, hatig pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Jurado Hall here in Philippine Marine Camp, Fort Bonifacio, Taguig City, Senator Manny Pacquiao's MP Promotions, in association with Joven Sports Promotions, Viva Promotions, Sandman Promotions, and Global Boxing Stars are proud to present an evening of professional boxing for the vacant IBF Minimum Weight World Championship. This is sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation Chairman Daryl Peoples, alongside with the Games and Amusements Board Chairman Abraham Khalil B. Mitra, Commissioners Ed Trinidad and Marma Sanggit, and Chief for Pro Boxing and Other Contact Sports Jackie Cacho. The three judges at ringside scoring this contest in the 10-point must system will be Sylvester Abainza, Gil Co, and Carlos Costa. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, ladies and gentlemen, the veteran, attorney Danrex Tapdasan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Jurado Hall here in Taguig City, and the millions watching around the world, let the war begin! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red with white, official weight 105 pounds, professional record an outstanding one, 13 victories with 10 knockouts with only 2 defeats. He is the former world title challenger and the IBF minimum weight world ranked number 3 contender from Hearthstone Mones Boxing Gym of Valenzuela. Ladies and gentlemen, Pedro General Taduran. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue with black. Official weight 105 pounds. Professional record, a perfect one. 17 victories with 10 by knockout, and he is undefeated. He is IBF a minimum weight world rank a number 1 contender from Rafi Jimenez Boxing Stable of Iligan City. Here is the undefeated Samuel Silent Assassin Salva. And now once again to give instructions, here's attorney Danrex Tapdasan.
Okay, isa lang. Samuel. Pedro, halika. Okay. Nandito na tayo. Tayo maglalaban sa loob ng 12 round. Okay? Ito'y para sa kampyonato ng buong mundo. Okay? Protektahan ang iyong sarili at sundin ang lahat ng utos ko, okay? Gusto ko malinis na laban. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Round number one.
If you want world-class boxing, you have come to the right place. Manny Pacquiao Championship Boxing presents the International Boxing Federation Minimum Weight Championship. In his traditional blue with black trim, Samuel the Silent Assassin Salva versus Pedro General Taduran.
Taduran is the pressure fighter here. Loves to come forward, the southpaw. He has world title experience, going 12 rounds against Wanheng Menayotin of Thailand. Falling short, but vowing to win it this time. He is the aggressor.
Going strong, the punches glancing off the shoulders of Salva. Salva will be expressionless throughout the fight. Very technical, very mechanical, but also very versatile.
Good left by Taduran.
Taduran will try to overpower Salva, as he has been doing so far, pushing him back, making him step on his heels.
And you can see the head movement, the feints. Good left straight by Taduran.
Salva has not been able to really establish his jab yet.
Oh!
Will that
Big
count as a
shot!
knockdown?
Big shot, yes!
It's a standing 8 count by
Big counter shot!
referee attorney Henrik Dasan.
6,
Stunning
7,
counter.
8. Okay, box.
Again, like we said, the right straight of Salva, the bane of southpaws.
And Taduran still unfazed, moving forward. He was surprised and stunned, but not really hurt.
But that was a good counter shot.
Yes, indeed. And you will see Taduran take a lot of risks in a fight just to get in close and land some clean punches. Salva, the smaller of the two.
Oh, good left uppercut.
there.
You can see the confidence in Salva instantly increasing with that knockdown. He was hesitant early on, allowed Taduran to bully him.
But look at Taduran trying to cut the ring to keep Salva from running away.
Throwing a lot of left straights. Good exchange.
Not much Salva can do now except stay away from the power punches of Taduran. He's already got this round. 10-8 with that knockdown.
Yes, 10-8 round.
Oh, good counter again by Salva. He's really studied the rhythm of Taduran.
He's waiting for Taduran to come in.
Baiting him.
Oh, we have a good fight. We have a good fight.
Oh, we do. Taduran trying to make Salva brawl. Salva not biting. Great first round. Salva got away with a knockdown. Takes round number 1. Salva debuted in January of 2016 with a first round knockout. And 3 of his last 4 wins, however, have come by decision as opposition has gotten tougher.
And let's see the highlight of the opening round.
There you see full-on attack by Taduran. Salva lying in wait.
There's the right hand.
There's that
we were
bombing
talking
right.
about.
It exploded off the cheek of Taduran.
The bane of all southpaw boxers.
There
the
you
right
go.
straight. Down goes El General.
That's the heartbeat between the jab and the power punch. And you can see Salva, his mind continuing to work.
The key for Salva is patience.
Yes, indeed.
Because Taduran's tendency to launch in makes him ideal for the counter right hand. So assume the role of the counter puncher. This is what Salva was able to do effectively.
You know, the minimum weight class didn't exist when Pancho Villa and Clever Sencha fought.
But he was basically a minimum weight,
Yes,
Pancho
he was.
Villa.
4'9", considered the greatest flyweight of all time. But these guys do that history justice.
And who would have thought
And you
that
know,
after May 1925, this is only the second all Pinoy fight in the country.
Yes, indeed. And, you know, Taduran has to be wary.
good hook.
Right by Taduran. Taduran has to be wary of the counter by Salva. That's what got him into trouble in the first round.
And you know what Taduran is doing now? He knows that Salva is waiting for that counter right hand. Now he's throwing the right hook. Taduran, the southpaw.
Those minute adjustments.
Yes. Because he knows Salva is on the lookout for that left the moment he drops that left.
And you notice Salva is able to duck but not throw back. He's not able to hit back anymore. So
This is round number 2.
Pedro Taduran, of course, when he fought Meneotin was already 50-0, and they fought in Thailand.
Halika, Salva.
A slip, no knockdown.
Very active second round. Taduran constantly moving forward.
Warning from referee Danrex Tapdasan. The low blows.
Good shot there by Salva, sneaked away with the right.
Oh, again,
there
another
you go
right
again.
hand from Salva.
He's forgetting the jab now, just throwing that big bomb.
He's waiting for Taduran to come in. Look at that. Good right straight. Although just
Change
grazed
of
the
tempo
jaw.
here for Salva, going downstairs. But neither of these guys is really a heavy body puncher.
Both headhunters. And you can see Taduran trying to pin Salva along the ropes.
He's trying to get the range, but Salva is not cooperating. Salva backing off, waiting for his turn.
Beautiful the way Salva blocks the punches. Oh! There's another right hand by
And there is a
Salva.
nice feint. Nice feint there by Salva.
Sumbag sa sulod. Sumbag sa sulod. Sumbag.
There's a sneaky uppercut from Taduran.
You're hearing some Cebuano in the background. That's the southern dialect most widely spoken in the Philippines.
Even off the ropes, Salva is fighting well.
Got out of the ropes very quickly. And you see Taduran again back into that stance.
He is going to get caught.
And on the second round.
Very good round for both fighters. And you see the quality of
Ladies and
boxing.
gentlemen, this is for the vacant ID.
Brought to you by Manny Pacquiao Championship Boxing. These two guys are really world class. And, you know, we have to keep saying that Taduran only really lost to Meneotin because he is just a one-of-a-kind fighter.
53-0, Meneotin, who had previously broken the record of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
He was 50-0 going into that fight. And watch this Salva again, lying in wait, defending
Look
his
at the patience.
face very well.
Look at the way he blocks the punches. And there's the right hand.
Just a sliver of an opening.
And look at the defense
And you know,
of the silent assassin.
Taduran playing the numbers game here, throwing a lot of punches, hoping some of them will make a difference. But you know, one thing we can say, the stamina of these two boxers is beyond question.
They both want that IBF minimum weight crown.
Salva leading Taduran around the ring. Taduran trying to catch Salva. Taduran, the bigger fighter, the brawler. Salva, the more scientific.
Box.
You can see Taduran trying to move his head as he comes in
Yes.
to avoid getting nailed by that right
He
hand.
got tagged that time. And always
Oh,
Salva
another right.
looking for more room.
Look at the eyes of Salva. Another right hand.
And he darts in and out so quickly after throwing punches. Going to the midsection as a distraction. Covering up so well. Couple of uppercuts now from Salva. He has avoided so much that Taduran has thrown at him. And we're only in round number 3.
Taduran is swinging for the fence.
And he's really expending so much energy here.
Look at the way Salva blocks the shots.
You know, the movement from the waist back, the shoulder.
Oh.
Taduran trying to pin him against the ropes.
Taduran applying non-stop pressure.
Some of the people in the crowd think
Oh,
that Salva
good
may be
left
hurt
hook,
here.
good left hook by Taduran.
And the pressure is on Salva. Starting to
Salva,
succumb a little bit.
some tense moments for Salva. Taduran just pouring it on.
And Salva, very little offense.
He's
Now
tired.
he's staggered.
Oh boy!
He has to use more of the ring to get away from Taduran. Taduran will not let him.
Taduran
Salva in
turning the
trouble here.
tables.
Taduran keeping the pressure up. Salva trying to fire back. But it's not enough to deter Taduran.
Taduran bloodying the nose
And
of
Salva looks
Salva. Salva is in big
glassy-eyed.
trouble, Bill.
Salva is in trouble. He's got his guard down. He's glassy-eyed trying to shake it off.
Oh, right hand
Still
by,
plenty of time
but good
left.
uppercut by Salva.
Salva
Oh boy,
retaliating.
can he hold on?
And they are in the middle of the ring.
There's blood all over the face of Salva.
Salva in trouble. And he knows it.
What a change in momentum.
The
Oh, left
pressure
strike.
kept on. Salva bouncing
Salva's
off
in
the
big
rope.
trouble. Salva's in big trouble, Bill.
Under Salva, relentless attack by Taduran. And clocks him with the left.
Oh boy.
Salva slowing down visibly. Referee Taduran, referee Damek Stapdasan just letting them fight.
Salva is still fighting back, but the punches have lost their steam, Bill.
That is
The
true.
momentum is now with El General Taduran.
I
Oh,
will
big
be
left strike.
amazed that Salva survives this round.
Can he survive? Another left straight. Oh boy!
What a round for Pedro Taduran. My goodness.
The pressure of El General Taduran. They also call him the rattlesnake. And boy, what a fight.
And the rattlesnake makes a sound before it kills you. And that is the sound
There's the
of
left hook.
leather meeting meat.
There was a left hook that got Salva into trouble.
But great presence of mind by Salva to keep moving. Try to not take the punches full on. My goodness. Now, if you are Samuel Salva, how do you come back from that?
Try to move. Do not engage. This is for 12 rounds.
And this is for a world title, Ed.
But the problem is, you can already sense the pressure that Taduran will show.
And you know that blood dripping out of Salva's nose, that's going to affect his breathing. Going to affect his stamina down the line. Round number 4. And Taduran knows his prey is wounded.
And you can hear the handlers of Salva saying hawak in English, hold, hold. Here is Taduran like a raging bull.
And you know, Salva is not yet completely clear-headed after that pounding he took in round number 3. He is in trouble.
You know, Salva is doing the right thing. 1-2, then step back. But the pressure of Taduran is just relentless. Clash of heads, clash of heads.
Okay lang ka?
Referee Damek Stapdasan with a warning there.
Warning, ha? Box.
And you see that nosebleed is now bothering Salva. He's trying to back away, but he's backing into the corner.
And when a fighter seeks refuge along the ropes, you know he's tired. Oh, there's a left by Taduran.
And Salva is backing away not to create room for himself, but to stay
Taduran
away
is
from
zeroing in on the
Taduran.
body.
Taduran going to the body, going to the head, trying to hit anything on Salva.
He is throwing him in the kitchen sink.
Salva clocked to the
Taduran.
left.
Salva in big trouble.
A big target for Taduran. Taduran
Oh,
hits him
big
with
flurry
the
of punches. Salva
This
may
is-
be ready to go down, Bill.
wild attack now by Pedro
crowd loving
Taduran.
it.
Salva very little by way of response.
Salva's trying to hold on.
Taduran non-stop piston-like action, throwing bombs left and right.
You don't want to be in the ropes.
How is
But Salva
Salva
has nowhere to
staying
go,
up?
Bill. He's getting clocked.
Salva
He's
getting
getting
tagged
clocked. Oh,
repeatedly. He turns
he's
his
almost
back.
backpedaling.
Salva in
Unbelievable,
deep
Bill.
trouble.
This is a
Could the-
bombardment by El General.
Could the darkness be closing in on Salva? He fights back, but it's just a token.
Oh, another headbutt.
Go there.
Another headbutt.
Time! Time! Time!
But Salva,
Halika.
boy, can he still salvage this
1
fight?
point deduction.
Yes,
And
because
Salva is now-
it appeared to be an intentional. It appeared to be an intentional. He was trying to thwart the attacks of Taduran, and there was no other way but a headbutt.
He was
That is
also
illegal.
trying to buy himself some time here,
Good call by referee Tapdasan. He knew it was intentional.
and that will already cost Salva the round, but Taduran wants to finish the fight. Taduran going strong, pinning him against the rope. Salva trying to get his legs back under him, but not much by way of counter firepower. The crowd on its feet. Some of them
Oh,
have
boy.
already surrounded the ring.
Unbelievable.
Taduran
pressure. Here it is again.
non-stop.
Here we go. 30 seconds. Can he hold on?
He's got hands of stone clocking Salva left, right, and center.
Taduran pouring on the heat. Oh, big
good
right hand
counter
by
by
Salva.
Salva. Let's see if it's enough to chase him, Taduran.
But he
Unlikely.
is down. The fuel tank of Salva. He is running on empty.
Oh, big left by Taduran.
Taduran.
Salva manages to stay upright.
I don't know how he survived that round.
Unbelievable.
The heart of Salva, but Taduran, my God, the pressure this guy is showing.
Well,
Unbelievable.
we're in the right place for medals of valor, Ed.
Oh boy. You know,
And this is something I have never seen, a confused look on the face of Samuel Salva.
there's the headbutt, and yes, it looked intentional. Referee Tapdasan making the correct call to take away a point. And look at this, nothing but arms and legs. Salva, nothing but arms and legs, but still trying to fire back, but the punches have lost their snap. And look at the series of shots.
Taduran
Look
is
at the
just
legs of
grinding
Salva.
him.
You know, bleeding, battered. There you see the headbutt. So it was as if he was knocked down, because that's a 10-8 round,
Yes,
because there's a
indeed.
point deduction. Can Salva answer the fight? Answer the bell? I don't think he's going to answer the bell.
I don't think he's
I
not
don't
getting
think he's
up from
going
his
to get
stool.
up.
The
He's
fight
going
is
to get up
over.
from the stool. That's it.
Pedro Taduran wins the IBF minimum weight championship.
The crowd celebrating. Taduran recovering from a first round knockdown.
El General marches all over the silent assassin.
You know what, General, he just got a major promotion. Put in an additional star. The IBF belt for Pedro Taduran, the proud son of Libon Albay province, is now a world boxing champion.
And you know, some people were criticizing him. He's monotonous. He just does the same thing over and over again. But if you're steamrolling somebody and it
Yes.
works, and he has also tarnished the record of Samuel Salva.
He just didn't stop coming.
He was just too big,
He
too strong.
refused to be frustrated by the first round knockdown. He kept coming. He took risks. He got nailed by several counter rights.
Oh, took
And
a
look
lot of
at
headshots.
The
And
loved ones of Pedro Taduran, the new IBF minimum weight champion, making good on his second attempt at a world championship bout.
the circuitous way around to get it. And this is...
But what a fight.
Yes, indeed. You know, you know, styles make fights, and Samuel
Yes.
Salva was the perfect antithesis, but he just took too much. And
There is your new champion.
volume, power, and quality in the punches of Pedro Taduran all throughout this fight. And look at him celebrate.
What a
Frustrated
fight.
no longer.
This is Manny Pacquiao Championship Boxing.
Only the second time in boxing history that two Filipinos have fought for a world title in the Philippines.
It was worth the wait. We got a good fight. Pedro Taduran stopping Samuel Salva.
And this was raw power over sophistication. And
Salva could not answer the bell. for the 5th round.
It was remarkable that he had survived the previous
Yes.
two.
The crowd.
We have a winner by technical knockout and new IBF minimum weight world champion, Pedro General Taduran.
And there you go, Pedro Taduran joining our list of incumbent champions bill, which
Yes,
includes
indeed.
Manny Pacquiao, Nonito Donaire Jr., Jerwin Ancahas. The latest name in the list, Pedro Taduran, IBF minimum weight champion.
Well-deserved victory. The work rate, Ed, the work rate, the power, the risks he took in this fight.
Here we go.
First
Let's
of
hear
all,
from Mark
congratulations,
Latayo.
our new. Okay, let him celebrate first. Okay, first of all, congratulations, Pedro, our new IBF minimum weight world champion. First of all, anong pakiramdam mo? How do you feel?
Masaya po ako sa nanalo po ako ngayong gabi. Na nagpapasalamat po ako sa Panginoon na pinagkalob niya sa akin itong tagumpay at saka sa mga nagsusuporta sa akin, mga pamilya ko, trainer, saka mga manager ko. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyo na walang sawang pagsusuporta sa akin. Thank you po sa MP Promotion. At Sir Manny Pacquiao, thank you po.
Basically, he said he's so happy that he was given this opportunity to fight for a world title. Ngayon, anong masasabi mo? Si Samuel, ikaw rank number 3 and then si Salva rank number 1. Na-surpresa ka ba dahil, kumbaga, kung tutusin, parang tinuturing ng marami na underdog ka dito. Maraming pumapabor kay Salva. Na-surpresa ka ba na gano'n ang naging outcome ng laban?
Hindi naman po ako nagpapasalamat din po ako na kaming dalawa nagkataon na naglumalaban. Na pagkakataon ko, pangalawang pagkakataon ko na lumaban ng world title na nung una hindi ko nasurtihan. Pero ito ngayon na natagumpayan ko nito itong laban. Pinagsikapan ko po sa pag-ensayo.
He said he wasn't surprised with the outcome because he has an experience with fighting with a world title. And thank you so much. Congratulations once again, Pedro. Now, let us interview his manager, promoter, and trainer. First, Sir Art Moniz. Sir Art, gaano kahalaga sa itong panalo nito ngayong world champion na yung bata?
Sobra po sir, sobra po dahil lahat naman na inaasam ng mga manager, trainer, boxer, ito yung world champion na isang pieces lang dumating sa buhay ng isang boksingero. Ito ay pinagsikapan namin lahat kami na team.
Finally, after a long time, Sir Art, ito na yung pinakamimithi ninyo. Ano sa tingin mo yung future ninyo ngayon na world champion na si Pedro?
Ay masayang-masaya po sir dahil po pinagkaloob ng aming ating Panginoon Diyos so, para kay Pedro, para sa amin na lahat na team. So lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa amin, lalo kay Pedro, buong puso namin pasalamat, lalong-lalo po kay Sir Manny, Senator Manny Pacquiao, maraming salamat. Binigyan mo ng pagkakataon itong mga kababayan natin. Sir Viva! Sir Viva! Sir Jane Gibbons, maraming salamat. Thank you very much, Sir Sen. Thank you very much.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, congratulations, our newly crowned IBF World Super Minimum Weight Champion, Samuel Salva. And the newly crowned champion will have an official photo op with the IBF
And
president,
there's the new
Mr. Darryl Peoples.
IBF minimum weight champion with the IBF president, Darryl Peoples, celebrating his victory. This win caps a great night of boxing here at the Jurado Hall.
And that is the kind of fighter that fans like, Ed. Non-stop
All
brawling,
action.
all forward action. Let's take a look at some highlights.
Yes,
of course, great
let's look at the
entrance.
highlights of the fight.
Vegas-style entrance for both fighters. And you can see him taking it to Salva.
He was really hunger personified.
Salva countering well in the first round. That was a standing 8 count given to Taduran.
Perfect
But
shot.
Taduran making the adjustments in the second round. And by the third round, it had just taken its toll on Salva.
The complexion of the fight changed completely. Taduran took risks. In fairness, despite the knockdown, He continued to pummel, continued to come forward, and look at the blitzkrieg of punches from Pedro Taduran. The bloodied face of Salva, the intentional headbutt, that was a big no-no.
A desperate attempt to save himself.
Yes, because there was no other way. Look at the ferocity. He was hunger personified, Taduran,
He
in
wanted
this
this
fight.
so badly.
And he did say in the post-fight interview that I really wanted to win. Unbelievable display of power, tenacity, and determination by Pedro Taduran. General gets that long overdue promotion to IBF minimum weight champion of the world.
And we'll be back to wrap up this night of boxing in just a short while.